Okay, enough shit
Oh,
talking
Lord.
Vegas. Marvel news of the week.
Oh, hi there.
Aliens versus Avengers new comic book. So
Amazing.
Aliens Romulus comes out this week.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to see it on Friday at 4 o'clock with a friend.
Yeah.
Who's coming in for it?
Might try to go Friday.
Yeah, I'm going Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Marvel's been doing Alien. They got the Aliens rights when they bought Fox. And they've been putting out sporadically Aliens comics. There's one just ending. I think it only has one more issue called What If, where Carter Burke survived instead of dying in Aliens. It's
Right.
been pretty good,
Okay.
but it's a What If. So
Yeah.
their next one, they have also been doing a Predator one, which has been good. Which I actually kind of hope that they kind of incorporate into a movie one day or a
Yeah, they should.
series. The where
Absolutely.
someone's chasing the predators. Okay, so when Disney merged with Fox, oh yeah, we already said that. As for Alien, we have a TV show likely titled Alien Earth on the way from Noah Hawley. And a movie heading to theaters
wait.
this week, Alien Romulus. Oh, it's Alien Romulus. Directed by Evil Dead's Fede Alvarez. This summer, Marvel Comics will deliver the crossover we've all been waiting for by bringing us a battle for the ages when the aliens and the Avengers face off in the pages of Aliens versus Avengers. The limited series comes our way from creative team behind Secret Wars, Jonathan Hickman and Esad Ribic. Oh, I'm surprised Hickman has time to do this. This is the latest comic at Marvel's 20th Century Studios imprint. Wolverine and Black Panther have both recently battled the Predator, and for first official crossover between Marvel and Aliens. This four-part epic is set in a new timeline many years in the future and features older, grittier versions of Marvel characters, which they just kind of... Oh, I wonder... So they just finished a run of like older Marvel Avengers characters called Avengers Twilight by...
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Alex Ross. But, or maybe he just did one of the covers. Wait, did he? Who did it? Oh, it was by Chip Zdarsky. Where, like, Iron Man... spoilers. Hold on, let me put the spoilers thing on. Spoilers. Tony Stark is just ahead. And his son, I forget his son's name, has taken over as Iron Man. But
Right.
he's a piece of shit villain.
We talked about this, I think, a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, like Captain America really doesn't have his. He's an old man, doesn't really have his powers.
Right.
Thor is still, a god though, so he's still alive and kicking. Yeah, it was good. So maybe I don't know, maybe it's set in that timeline, but
Possible.
it will also be the first time the readers will see certain parts of alien lore in the Marvel Universe, such as the home of the Engineers. In what sounds like an unmissable series, xenomorphs reach Earth, and the perfect organism meets a planet of superhumans. Who will be first to fall? Quote, while I've never done one of these before, I always get excited at the idea of doing something new, Hickman tells IGN. I also knew that I was going to be working with Easton on it, so I immediately could envision how cool this is going to be, and obviously he's cooking with fire here, so it's even better than I first imagined. I picked a cast that had both the biggest names and some really cool surprises. I don't think we actually said who all is in this, but I think readers will be tickled at some of the things where we fit in here. We can't wait for people to read it. So here is the first cover. Let's go full screen with that. So Iron Man, Cap, and Captain Marvel. Oh, you definitely see Captain Marvel's older.
Mm-hmm. That's some
And then
good
we have
stuff.
Some Black
Black
Panther.
Panthers. There's plural?
Yeah, so there's one with like a mechanical or a visor there. See that?
Is one white?
Yeah, it looks like there's or maybe it's
Or
There's
is
a
that
few. There's a few of them.
could be, yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe robots.
Could be. Shot at alien. Oh, there's Hulk. Old Hulk.
Whoa.
Spider-Man. Oh, another one. Oh, Hulk ripping the head off of us. Watch out, Hulk! They bleed. They bleed acid. Yeah. So that comes out. At the end of this month.
I That's cool.
August 28th. Yeah, it's gonna be fun to read. Okay, moving on. Rumor: 3 members of the X-Men in Marvel Studios' upcoming reboot have been revealed. Earlier this year, we learned that Hunger Games' Ballad of the Songbird and Snakes writer Michael Leslie had been tapped by Marvel Studios to write its upcoming X-Men reboot. Now with Comic-Con just days away, and it's gone past, sorry. The movie may officially be announced, which it wasn't. According to Scooper My Time to Shine Hello, for obvious reasons, we suggest taking this report with a grain of salt. However, they claim that Angel, Iceman, and Jubilee will be in the Marvel Studios X-Men movie. Taking this rumor at face value, it makes sense. Angel and Iceman are both founding members of the team in the comics. Neither really got their due on Fox's watch. The ball was dropped on Warren Worthington in X-Men Last Stand and X-Men Apocalypse. I don't even remember him being in X-Men Apocalypse, do you?
Yeah, 0.
While Bobby Drake was largely relegated to being Rogue's love interest. In fact, it took 3 movies until we finally showed what he was capable of. As for beyond making one of Wolverine's beers cold. As for Jubilee, she did a little more than appear as a background extra, but as a fan favorite, especially in X-Men 97. Who will join them? That remains to be seen, though we add Cyclops, Emma Frost, Storm, and perhaps Wolverine to the roster. No Jean Grey in there, eh? Before we get to full-blown rewrote, chances are we'll see lots of familiar mutants from the past before Secret Wars closes with the door on the old X-Men universe for good. Yeah, I'm fine with those 3 being the start. Okay, so are you ready for some controversy?
Oh, no.
Yes, Marvel controversy. Okay, so this is a bit of I really hope they stop doing this. Okay, in the new run of X-Men, the last page, Marvel started. I hope they don't continue this. Marvel started putting a QR code on the last page, and I have let me show you right here. I have an example. Let's see. Can I go full?
Look at us, eh?
Yeah.
God, we look good.
Nope.
We look great.
Nope. Where's the? I don't have the thing anymore.
The what? The,
oh, here we go. Okay.
Hi.
then,
you're beautiful.
No, that's not it.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay.
So look at me.
Yeah. So on the last page, they started doing.
Wrong side.
Where is it?
Perfect.
Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So they started doing this. So this, you see this you see this QR code?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is not the last page of the issue. This is. So to prevent spoilers and things leaking, they started putting a QR code on the last page. So you have to use your phone and you get the last panel of this comic on your phone as digital. So you can't, so they don't get leaked spoilers before that comic actually came out.
That's dumb.
Yes, it's dumb. Yeah. So
that's fucking dumb.
Okay. So
so dumb.
For those who have read any of the From the Ashes relaunch of X-Men for Marvel Comics, I go back to the article here. Nope, that's not it.
Fuck.
There we go. Okay. There's a QR code at the end of every story for an all-new page, not printed in physical copies. But why? Here's what Tom Brevoort said on his Substack. It was a bonus page to begin with, an extra page. We didn't scale back the contents of X-Men X-Men 1 in order to do it. And it gives a page whose contents we could conceal until the day of our release, thus avoiding any early spoilers. You'll find that we're doing similar pages in most of the new X launches. They're a little free bonus, a little extra, sort of modern day equivalent of the Things to Come page that ran in the first issue of Chris Claremont and Jim Lee's X-Men #1. Except that was in there, referring to this single splash page that ended at the 90s relaunch. Well, the problem is it's not just a little bonus page. It's content that seems extremely important to the plot. In NYX #1, the post-credit picks up with what happened to Fauna. X-Men #1 teases the arrival of a major threat to the X-Men. So this is the page you get. with that little QR code. Phoenix number 1 might be the worst offender of all, as it sets up a major villain. That. Adding the QR code cheats readers from getting the entire story. Yes, everyone has a phone, but not everyone knows how to use QR codes. It's a complicated extra step, nothing more. Nothing more. More frustrating is Marvel charging $5 per issue and not giving you a complete story. The QR code concept should be killed immediately. These pages matter. Bravo can say it's just bonus content, but when the bonus content affects the story and makes readers feel a bit ripped off, then it's antithetical to what Marvel is trying to accomplish, including them in the first place. If Marvel wants to include the bonus stories in trade paperbacks, then it isn't that indicative that it's important to include them in the first place. It de-incentivizes buying the issue in the first place. The reaction has been understandably negative. Yeah, so a lot of people are upset.
So dumb. So dumb.
Yeah, so the worst part is going to be if they do this and they put like the cameo of a new character in that QR code, so that no one will ever really own.
Why? Yeah, like
the cameo of the first character. First cameo of a character. Like, I understand that Marvel would like to keep things under wraps. A good thing that all those cameos from Deadpool didn't get out earlier and spoiled it for people. I understand that part of it. However, if you're selling something, if you're selling something on paper, and it's supposed to be integral to the part of the story, at least the end of that comic, you should own it. You've paid the $5. You're not paying for a QR code at the end of it. You're paying for the whole story.
Yes, you're paying for a story.
Yeah, I mean, there are digital copies that you can buy on Marvel's app, and you can go that route. But
it should be that should be you know what I mean? Like the print should be the first thing.
I actually wonder I wonder what they'll do with that. So Marvel new issues come out. I think the lag time is 60 days. So I don't expect them to have a QR code at the end of the digital one on their app. That would be even more ludicrous.
That'd be bonkers.
How do you take a picture of the picture?
Absolutely bonkers.
So I believe I read somewhere else that the European publisher said they weren't doing it. So this isn't. I don't think this is a Marvel mandated thing. I think this is it might be Marvel mandated for North America, but if a European publisher is not putting that QR code in, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, who made this decision? Was it the writers of the new? Was it the writers of the new X-Men universe said, "Hey, let's put QR codes in to screw everyone over and not get the full story"? So you have to take a picture of a QR code to get the final page.
Give your head a shake.
Yeah. I don't know. I also understand that Marvel doesn't. They don't always directly benefit from cameos and first appearances.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they send most of the time. Local comic shops will get their deliver on Monday or Tuesday. They're allowed to start putting it out Wednesday. Online retailers will start selling it around 6 p.m. on Tuesday night. But Marvel doesn't raise the price on the comics that have first appearances.
Mm-hmm.
But they sell more copies if that comes out. That, this has the first appearance of this. They're going to sell more copies no matter what.
Yes.
So whether that comes to a second or third reprint because they have a character in it, it will boost sales initially.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really understand why they're, other than protecting against spoilers, but it comes out at, you're basically saving yourself 8 hours from Tuesday to Wednesday of spoilers.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Wednesday comes out, it's open to everyone, and then it's on the internet.
It's just it's aggravating just to speak about it because of
Well, we're now in the world of digital copies of everything, and what do you really own when it's digital?
Yeah.
And will you own the first appearance of blah blah blah? If it's a QR code, does that count?
I don't think so, but might be me.
Yeah. Okay. So, moving on. Marvel Comics reveals new Deadpool West Coast Avengers and an MCU-inspired TVA. Doctor Doom plans and more. Marvel Comics brought plenty of big news to San Diego Comic-Con during its stacked Marvel Fanfare panel. It's kicked off with the news that Marvel Universe is getting a new Deadpool in the wake of Wade Wilson's death. His daughter Ellie will take over the mantle, is rocking a very cool costume. Oh yeah, they announced it, but they haven't gotten to it yet in Deadpool. Next up is a new Spider-Girl. A character will be in the page of Spider-Boy, Peter Parker's forgotten sidekick, who hasn't really struck a chord with fans, so we're not going to get too excited about who is beneath the mask just yet. We're also getting a TVA series that is clearly heavily inspired by the MCU. Sylvie, Hunter, B-15, Mobius, and OB all look exactly like their live-action counterparts. Miss Minutes is getting some new friends and characters like Spider-Gwen, Captain Carter, and Gambit.
That's fun.
Will also heavily feature. Will it be the Channing Tatum Gambit?
I mean, I don't.
No, it will not. Looking at that cover.
So.
The Ultimate Universe will continue to evolve in a one-shot, which sets the stage for next year's storytelling. Really enjoying the Ultimate Universe right now. A first look at 8 Deaths of Spider-Man has also been revealed. It sounds like the web-slinger will embark on a dangerous new mission in a suit created by Doctor Doom and gets 8 extra lives, kind of like a cat. Let's open this up.
Okay.
Ugh, Twitter.
It's all right. Okay.
Yeah, gem can down on chest, angular dome. Yeah, it's kind of a cool costume. Okay, what else we got? West Coast Avengers is coming back. West Series will add Ultron to the team, giving the iconic villain a chance of redemption. And finally, it looks like 2025's biggest event will be titled One World Under Doom.
Ooh.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes all now before the iconic villain, suggesting new Sorcerer Supreme will be setting out to take over the world again. Let's look at that one.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I love the exclamation mark.
Under Doom.
Yeah, it's throwing me off.
Yeah.
That's just me.
So we didn't really talk about it, and I suppose we could talk about it. Well, let's talk about it at the end. So Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, let's do the spoilers thing here.
Okay. Well, we won't do spoilers right away, but we'll ease into them. And I think, if anything, we'll just do a little quick gab about it, rather than getting like super hard.
Okay, so starting with box office, because everyone knows that. Yes. I predicted 1.2. What were you at? Do you remember what you were at?
Okay, first off, I thought I said 1.2.
No, I said
okay.
1.2.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I said 1.4.
That sounds more like what you would say.
Or 1.6. So
I think you might have said 1.4.
Okay, let's go with that. It's closer.
So we are getting close to my prediction of 1.2. We knew the Deadpool on Wolverine was well on its way to hitting 1 billion. After taking in $495 million domestically, along with $535 million from international markets, the Sean Levy-directed superhero team has amassed $1.3 billion worldwide, and it's now just days away from passing Joker's 1.06.
It's actually
become the highest-growing R-rated film in history. This also makes Deadpool and Wolverine the second highest-grossing movie of 2024 after Inside Out 2. Oh yeah, Disney's really dead. Like they can't figure out a hit to save their lives. Inside Out 2 and Deadpool, $2 billion done.
Quick 2 billion.
Yeah.
In less than 6 months.
Yeah. This also makes behind Spider-Man No Way Home. Marvel Studios hasn't been having the easiest time of things recently. Yeah. So, oh wow, they're just showing spoilers right in the spoilers.
Yeah. Wow, it's right there.
Okay. So you go first.
Okay.
As you can see, he has the Wolverine popcorn bucket behind him. Did your partner get the Deadpool one? Was there a Deadpool one?
There was a Deadpool one. Because of the cost of only one, we decided
How
to
much did
only
it cost?
purchase one.
It's like $30.
Yeah, it was like $30.
How much popcorn was in it?
First off,
Yeah.
you have to understand that I thought they had some on display when I walked up to get my food.
Yeah.
And because I was one of the lucky ones that went at 3:00 on a Thursday when all those ones opened up,
right.
We were one of the first ones there. So we saw the buckets. I was like, no way. And I asked the person, I was like, hey, are you selling the buckets? What's going on? She's like, she looked at me like I was crazy. And she just pointed at it. And I'm like, okay, but those are on display. She's like, no, those are for sale. And I'm like, oh, okay, odd. So I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, I'm gonna buy one. So I bought one. I bought my food. We went to saw the movie. We got out, and as I was walking out, I noticed that there was a mark on the bucket, and I'm like, to me, like I want to resell this thing. Like I'm not gonna keep it forever. Like I want to get because someone's gonna buy it. Someone's gonna spend $85 to get it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I want to like maybe I'll just do my best to get a new one. So I went and grabbed a different one off the thing the display, and
did you ask someone before you did that?
And no, but it was just they were just sitting on top of the merch displays.
All right.
So they were only purposely putting one or two out at a time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I went and asked the manager. I'm like, hey, like, can I get an exchange on this? Sorry, there's like a mark on this one. And he's like, he looked right at me. He's like, do you want a brand new one? And I'm like, yes, of course I do.
On display, not brand new.
So, well, no, obviously they are, but he took it out of the box. It was still in the bag, and I kept it in the bag. It's still in the bag, untouched. But yes, that's the story of the bucket, untouched by popcorn. All good.
Okay, so
movie was good. I didn't love it like a lot of people loved it. I enjoyed all of the jokes and callbacks they made and like everything else. But I don't know if I would give it a 9 out of 10. I think I would give the movie probably a 7 out of 10. So I didn't get okay, that's the other thing too. There's different buckets.
Yeah, but this is the one you got, right?
Does that say $8.94?
It says 94.71.
Oh, I thought it said $8.94. I couldn't see the dollar sign there. Well, hey, bingo bango, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
The Deadpool, the Headpool one is going for $100 too. Oh, in the plastic, sealed, $155, best offer.
Oh my god, it just keeps getting better and better.
Okay, but how much are they actually selling for?
$200, baby.
No, that doesn't mean someone actually paid that much for it.
No problem, bro.
So this one was 93 after an auction. It's 102 after an auction, but that's the different one. 89, $30 shipping. Yeah, look at you. Even the fucking popcorn cup like this went for... Oh no, that said 0 bids, so it didn't sell. Anyways. Okay, so you liked it but didn't love it. How dare
Correct.
you? How fucking dare you?
Correct.
Okay, what didn't you like about the movie?
I didn't overly love how much they weighed in on I guess like the universe. I guess I wish I wish it was more I guess I wish it was a little bit more grounded. I wasn't just in general. Okay. Like it felt like once we took off, there was no like I don't know stuff to keep you kind of like back to earth. Like it was like a constant like, I don't know, it's just one of those things. I guess that's personal. I didn't enjoy how little they gave Daphne Keane in the terms of lines and story. Like they gave her like one baby scene with Hugh to talk, and that was about it. Like I was hoping there would be a little bit more interaction.
Oh, she had fight sequences though.
Oh no, of course, but I was like hoping to see her a little bit more.
Sure.
I felt, even though everyone loved like Gambit and the suit, I thought he looked a little stiff. I don't know if that was like on purpose.
Okay.
On purpose. I felt like they spent a little bit too much time in the void.
Okay.
But that's where everything had to happen.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. I mean, there were some other things I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but again, we're not doing our in-depth review.
Are we not?
I thought we weren't.
Yeah,
I thought we were saving that for another.
No.
Okay.
Let's do it here.
Sure. So yeah, so that was at least for the for bad stuff, not bad stuff, for stuff I didn't love.
Okay.
I think that's it that I can remember. Go ahead.
Okay, what'd you love about it though?
The relationship between Hugh and Ryan was good. Like it was like, I would say that's top notch. Comedic timing for the both of them. I really enjoyed like the music. Everything was perfect. I thought all the most of the callbacks that they did were done extremely well. So fucking good.
Is there one you didn't like?
There was a few, but I can't remember off the top of my head. There was like, I felt like there was one like pedophilia joke.
Yes.
In there, and it was okay, but it wasn't great.
The tailor when he was getting this new suit.
Yeah. Is it?
No,
I thought there was another one.
I
thought there was another one. Okay. Anyway, yeah, all that stuff was good. The TVA stuff I thought was great. They built that set, eh? That whole TVA set that they were staying in. They built that whole thing. That was really cool. That's probably why it looks so well. Yeah. One other thing I will say was, and I did feel like this was the case. They only spent 2 years making that movie, right?
Well, COVID hit in the middle.
I just feel like nowadays you can tell when things are done, just like on the stage, on the sound stage.
Sure, like the last sequence was clearly a soundstage.
Yeah, sure, but I feel like movies before, it's so weird. Like before 2018, before the VFX rush.
Yeah.
I feel like movies did a very good job of transitioning between, soundstage, on location, whatever.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I feel like you can just tell. Like it's just you lose that ability to get lost in a movie, because I don't know, like just I guess as not an artist, but
an artiste,
and as looking at photographs all the time,
as someone in photography,
I just feel
you notice it more than others.
I feel like you lose that little bit. Maybe a lot of people don't notice that, which is totally fine, but I do sometimes. I notice it in this movie a little bit, but for what it's worth, it was really, really, really good and really enjoyable. Actually, I'm going to go up to a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Well, let's talk about the transition thing. So I'm surprised you brought this up, and actually it's triggered two things. So there's this new I'm all about ancient Rome history. I think about Rome all the time. But
the dicks.
Yeah. So there's this new show called For Those About to Die.
Yeah.
with Anthony Hopkins is in it as Vespasian, Roman Emperor. Anyway, it's by Roland Emmerich, who did Independence Day. Bolton is in it, the bastard from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
He's the main character. It's like I'm really enjoying it, but they clearly didn't build sets, and it looks. I mean, some of them are sets, but the transition of those city-wide shots and the gladiator arena, the CGI is so noticeably not good.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it kind of pulls you out a little bit, but you're like, they're not going to build Rome. So, and it's a TV show. So, but also, like, we binged Presumed Innocent yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Which was good. But, like, they chose weird shots to make CGI. Like, there's was it Presumed Innocent? Yeah. I think it was, or was it Marius Kingstown? Anyways, there's just one shot of a car driving up in, like, an abandoned industrial place. And you can tell the background is CGI. But, like, why? I'm sure that there was nowhere in this town you're filming that you could just drive. Like, why insert a shot of CGI in the background of a car driving on a dirt road? I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. So Deadpool. All over the place. Okay, so I'll get my
As we
quibbles out first.
Yeah, get those couple of those quibbies out.
I thought Cassandra Nova, Emma Corrin was good,
Agreed.
but they didn't give her enough. Like, what's her motivation? Give me her backstory. Yeah. Give me a bit more of, like, other than her being a complete sociopath and, like, tearing people's skin off. Like, give me a bit more story for her.
From my understanding, right, she got pruned.
Yeah. At birth, like, almost immediately from birth.
And she could escape really anytime she wanted, but she made an agreement with the TVA.
Yeah.
And then because of them fucking around, she was like, oh, okay, I'm going to break that agreement, and now I'm going to get really crazy.
But it's not like she couldn't... I don't believe that she spent 30-odd years of just in the void, not leaving whenever she wanted.
Yeah, it seems silly. That seems...
Yeah.
Silly.
So that was, like, my one real quibble with it.
Definite quibble.
The opening was amazing. Now it's the best, like, dance sequence over a Peacemaker in a comic book hero movie.
I would say it's equal.
Equal, really? I think this is way better. Humor was really good. Laughed the whole time.
Oh, I laughed so much.
Didn't really think anything fell flat for me.
It's like maybe 2 or 3 jokes. I was like, man. Other than that.
So we saw it in America, across the river, and everyone laughed at the opening where they were making fun of Canada, and Kate and I laughed when he did the opposite. Get Canada out of your mouth. Yeah. We laughed at that. The Americans did not.
Aw. Losers.
Yeah. So one of the most amazing things I've seen is in that movie that I love is when they're going through the different Wolverines.
Yes.
And they do the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. Holy fuck, I lost my shit. That and the comic accurate Wolverine were the two best out of the entire, like, sequence there. Yeah, because I read Age of Apocalypse as a kid. I just reread it again in the omnibus, and like, that's one of my favorite Wolverine variants. Did not, like, I know for a long time people said Cavill was in it as Wolverine. I really didn't expect that to happen.
I did not expect it
and
to
out of
happen.
nowhere he shows up and turns around like,
it was a definite surprise for me. I mean, there were so many rumors, right? So I was like at least expecting one. I was like, so, you know what I mean? I was hoping to get one. Wolverine that was non-Hugh. I'm glad that was it, because obviously for a long time, and the big rumor was that Radcliffe was going to be Patch.
Harry Potter.
Which would have been cool, but no, that was fine. Sorry, go on.
And the joke along with it was fun. come to Marvel. We'll treat you better.
Yeah, that was so good. Cavill obviously doing the classic 1-2 punch or whatever into the air from Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Chris Evans, that flip was great.
It was an amazing
because he was wearing the wraps too.
Yes, and he had red. He had red He had red. There was red underneath the fabric, or underneath the torn
was there?
fabric, or whatever. 100%. Like the bait and switch was so greasy, it was actually disgusting.
I know some people didn't like the Sabretooth fight, but I actually quite enjoyed it. Like
I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It was. So that was Liev Schreiber, right?
No, it was Tyler Mane.
Oh, right. Sorry, from the other one.
Yeah.
Wrong movie. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. Nice Pool was fantastic. Really love that. Dog Pool was fun. One of my favorite moments was
a little too much on Dog Pool, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. It was coming close. Right. But one of my favorite parts is when Nice Pool does the fourth wall break and just goes to the proposal.
So funny. So good.
Yeah.
They said that when he turned, I guess, in the movie, it is specifically the same face from the poster.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yes. Like digitally altered it, so when he moved it was square up with the exact same. Yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
Matthew McFadden was alright. I'm kind of getting over the TVA at this point. Yeah, but I understand that they had to use that as a way to get him in. Mm-hmm. Like Matthew McFadden was fine as whatever his name was. I don't even remember his name.
Paradox.
But Paradox. But yeah, I don't know. I could have done without him. I loved that I had no idea Blade and Gambit was going to be in it. Like when Blade shows up, oh my god, it was like total shock. Didn't have any spoilers going in. Elektra showing up was great. I love that line about Daredevil being dead. She's like,
hilarious. And apparently they took some of the Daredevil belt costume from Affleck's Daredevil and put it on her.
Oh, in her suit?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that was a little nod.
I also love the line about there should only be one Blade movie. Why can't you make another?
So funny.
Yeah, I love that Marvel let Ryan Reynolds just do what he wanted.
Yeah.
The car,
absolutely.
the Honda Odyssey car thing was great. The fight in the car was great.
The fight in the car was probably the best. I would say close to the best, one of the best parts of the movie. Not only action and also dialogue.
Right. Yeah. It had heart. Like it was a really, a bro story without being a bro story.
Sure.
Because they didn't know each other first, but they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like the little, just the little Easter eggs that I noticed. They had the Russian from The Punisher in it, but it wasn't Kevin Nash.
Right.
It wasn't you really only noticed because he had the red and white striped shirt. Like, oh, that's the Russian from the Punisher universe, but it's not that Punisher. It's a different Punisher. The Juggernaut joke was great. This is the Juggernaut for this movie. Yeah, I'd give it a 9.2 out of 10.
Whoa.
Yeah, I really loved it. I think we're gonna go try and see it again at the drive-in.
I would like to see it again
in a week or two, just because there's so many jokes going on back and forth, and like people laughing. And you miss stuff. Like Kate caught stuff 100%. That I missed, and I caught stuff that she missed. So,
absolutely.
So there was 2 post-credit scenes.
Yes.
Like, I get the nostalgia of the Fox universe. And at the time, you're in it and like, wow, this is the best we get. But like, it kind of felt it kind of felt wrong to do because of Bryan Singer. Like, he... Not that he's been charged with anything, but, like, he...
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt weird to celebrate that universe, but then also... I don't know. They kind of shouldn't have done it.
Did they even show him in the?
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah, see that.
But like, I don't know. Most people probably don't know that that stuff happened.
Yeah, so like honestly, I'm gonna chalk it up to, they were trying to do it as a more of a character send off, for storyline and whatever. So I think they're really more embracing, the characters and what they meant to people. Like obviously that's what they're trying to convey. Definitely see where you're coming from.
The last movies, one though was hilarious.
Yes.
Chris Evans being on tape to our,
he does it in the Boston accent. Holy fuck, so good.
I actually thought that CGI of him getting his flesh ripped off was great.
I thought it was great too, actually. Yeah. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah. They must have really worked on that shot because it was costing them a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. You have no idea what he's doing to the budget.
Now.
Yeah.
Will
it's funny.
Hugh Jackman come back again?
There's no question.
You think he will?
Oh, 100%.
I don't know that he'll be. He won't be. I don't think he'll be the X-Men Wolverine. Like the X-Men movies.
No. I think he's gonna come back. Secret Wars probably. I think they're all gonna come back. I don't know what any of us are saying. Apparently the rumor is right now the only one not in Secret Wars is Moon Knight.
Which he just got confirmed as being in What If season 3. So Oscar Isaac's still around.
Okay. I liked how Channing Tatum looked.
Yeah.
But I thought the costume was dead close.
Yeah.
But I felt like the whole face one, like it felt stiff.
Like he can't move his neck like Batman.
It's crazy and it's weird.
Yeah. I would be 100% on board for Channing Tatum solo movie as Gambit. I always wanted that. Like, the director who was supposed to be on board is a good director. He did Edge of Tomorrow. He just had a new movie come out called The Instigators, which I watched on the weekend, which is good.
Oh gosh, I'm forgetting.
Shit, what's his fucking name? I'll look it up.
I'm looking it up right now.
Matt Damon. Doug Liman. Yeah, so it was supposed to be originally him back in the Fox days. But, yeah, I don't know. I would be fine with... More than fine. I would love to see that. Now, as far as Wesley Snipes continuing to be Blade... Like, I really wish he wasn't as old as he was, and he was a great Blade.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're gonna do like a whole Midnight Suns thing, I'm not sure he'll be around that long to be able to do all the physical stuff. But it was great to have him in the movie. Like, it was it was so cool to have him back in and on that line.
I think that was probably one of the biggest surprises for me.
Was Blade showing up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like came out of. Like, at least for me, nowhere. I had nowhere in my mind did I think of all the characters showing up in a Deadpool movie would be Blade.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it really, like... Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, so 20th Century Fox spent years trying to make a Gambit movie get off the ground, facing constant creative issues. Rupert Wyatt, Doug Liman, and Gore Verbinski were all attached to direct at one time or another. But as the project started to take shape, Disney-Fox merger happened. We thought that it was for Channing Tatum's hope to play the iconic X-Men, but he got a second chance to suit up as occasion in Deadpool and Wolverine. And talking to Variety at the premiere of Blink Twice yesterday, Tatum asked if he'll finally get his wish to start a Gambit movie. Quote, "I sure hope so," he told the trade. "From your mouse to God's ear, write it into existence, my friend, please."
Of course, I've said it. I've been saying I want to for the last 10 years. It's in Bob Iger and Kevin Feige's hands. I pray to God. Like he like I feel like he loves that character as much as Ryan Reynolds loves Deadpool. That it should be a lock.
Yeah.
Like
I get it.
He'll be true to the character. I even loved his his Creole accent. Like I know that they made fun of it, but it
was still good.
Yeah.
I thought it was still good.
Yeah, I really hope this happens. Like they do need to make a bit of change to the suit. You're right about it being stiff and maybe not this kind of material, maybe a bit more like fabric than rubber.
I enjoy though that they gave him a lot of classic moves, like you know what I mean, like he did the deck thing and like exploding people
the cards in the
was
chest,
dope.
amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, and his bow. Great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
so
tough.
finally from Marvel. I mean, we've gotten 45 minutes on this. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
We'll talk about this in general of Robert Downey Jr. and then also Jonathan Majors still not getting it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So at Comic-Con, they surprised everyone with Robert Downey Jr. coming out and coming back to the Marvel Universe as Doctor Doom.
Yes.
That's not the right one. Where's the full screen shit? Okay. Well, that's not it either.
It's just your beautiful face.
Okay. How do you feel about this news?
Well, I found out on top of a mountain in the middle of Hawaii. So
you didn't jump off.
Yeah, I didn't know. No, I just it's pretty crazy. I think they knew they had to bring someone back to anchor like a new phase in the MCU. And I think their buildup of Kang obviously didn't even come close to what they were thinking before all that shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently, like, I mean, they were in talks of like fixing or changing the storyline away from Kang into something else. They didn't know what to do. And I think because of like Fantastic Four taking off and like they knew how that story was going to go, I think they have an idea of how they're going to tie Doom into it. But I'm assuming they found out a way to make it so that he could also be Doom. Like I'm assuming that it's going to be some weird Tony Stark like switch or something that he is now like, you know, Victor Von Doom or.
Well, so Tony Stark 616 will still be dead, but it'll be a variant of some kind, I think.
So I don't know.
Maybe adopted
I think it's good.
by the Von Doom family. Instead.
Sure. Like I think it's good. I think it's bad. I mean, right there, you said it, right? Like, he could have been adopted by the Von Doom family or something or whatever, right? Then he grows up with Victor. It's not... So maybe he's not the actual Doctor Doom. He's just Doom or... I don't know. Like, something, dude. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, blessing and a curse, I think.
Yeah, the stipulation to come back was the Russo brothers would do both, which I'm on 100% on board with that, for them to come back and do it. Yeah, I don't really know what to... My initial thought was like when I watched it, I'm like, what? This can't this feels like the safe play.
Yes.
Like they're
Definite
not
safe
taking
play.
a chance on a new actor to play Doom.
Right.
Which,
what did I say to you? What in the right hell? How? LOL is what I sent you.
Yeah.
And the screenshot. Of him, yeah.
It's actually so I'm actually fuck. It's hard to make a judgment to see what they do with it. Mm-hmm. It could be great. It could be bad. But overall, I feel disappointed that they went this safe with it.
Agreed.
I know everyone wanted Cillian Murphy
else.
or something like that, and even if it wasn't Cillian, then fine. Like, take a chance and be bold. Don't go back to like. they just, I mean, I know they made this, obviously they made this decision way before Deadpool came out, but like they made a bold decision to make a rated R Deadpool movie as a Disney company. Like,
Yep.
be that bold and take a chance. Like, Wolverine coming back was not, you knew it was going to make money, but you're also cutting out like half your audience of kids because they can't go see the movie unless their parents sneak them in or whatever. I will say there was like a 10-year-old in our showing, and then Kate said to me earlier before, he's like, they're gonna have a lot of explaining of jokes to do to that kid. Yeah, I'm gonna reserve judgment. I'm disappointed they didn't cast someone else, but I'm not totally writing it off as this is the worst decision they've ever made. They've clearly made other decisions that have been worse, potentially. Yeah, and as to your point with Kang, I feel like momentum for Kang was really getting going after Loki season 1, and everyone was super stoked. And then Quantumania just fucking killed it. Like killed all hope for that character.
Destroyed it.
Even though he was good. And then Loki season 2 came out and we're like, oh, this, he's good again, but like this isn't the major villain that we were all expecting. And now it's taking too long. And we know that Jonathan Major stuff came out before Loki season 2. So like this is not going anywhere. We already know. So maybe that's when they made the decision, like before even Deadpool was close to coming out, of like, we have to go back to safe with Robert Downey Jr. We know he's a hit. He'll make us money for sure. It'll calm the stockholders down, whatever. And now with Deadpool coming out and being a huge hit, you think they would have had some capital to take a chance again, but it's too late. Like, they've already made the decision, in case Deadpool didn't do as well as they thought.
Yeah.
Because it's years in advance of making the movie, they made the safe choice twice in a row.
Right. I think it was definitely like not a last minute choice, but it was definitely a recent choice, because apparently I saw a report or something that Reynolds read script with RDJ for a scene in Deadpool 3.
Yeah, and he turned it down.
And then it didn't work out because they were like, we have plans.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, so we can't do it. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so Downey taking over. I don't expect him to last past Avengers, the 2 Avengers movies, though. Like, he's not going to be in the X-Men movies. I'm probably not even going to be. I fully expect if they're going to do Doom again, it won't be him. It'll be a different guy in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really expect him to show up in Fantastic Four at all.
I don't think so.
We know the villain.
I think they're gonna.
Yeah,
but they're gonna set. I think they're gonna set up Doom. Like, they're gonna put, like, there'll be an Easter egg, sure. But yeah.
Okay.
Full on for the
So TMZ caught up with Majors after the announcement of Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom.
So
his quote was, "I think it's fair that Mr. Downey has been greeted with patience, curiosity, and love. That Ezra Miller has gotten the same treatment, and that they're being allowed to work their art and be creative on that level." I didn't really get that. Majors does eventually reveal that he'd still be game to return as Kang, stating, "Hell yeah. If that's what the fans want, if that's what Marvel wants, let's roll." So there are a few differences. Robert Downey Jr. went to actual jail for his heroin use. Like, he paid his time, he paid his debt to society. He was in jail for longer than 30 days. Like, he went to real jail.
His career was ruined for a long time.
Yeah, and his career was in the tubes. He didn't get his break really back till Iron Man in 2008.
So that's like what?
And seriously, what the fuck has Ezra Miller been in since The Flash?
Nothing, and it will not be.
Yeah,
so
like,
that's a terrible.
he's not getting fair. I mean, he's getting fair treatment. He's not getting the roles he used to get, because he's potentially a pedophile. Yeah. For him to compare like his situation to Robert Downey Jr.'s situation,
so silly.
yeah, like he was doing illegal drugs. To my knowledge, he wasn't hurting anyone when he was doing it. I did read a story about him shooting off a gun back in the 90s when he was high. I don't know if that's true or not.
I could see that.
Probably. But he didn't kill anyone. To my knowledge, he didn't punch anyone or hurt anyone or break fingers. And he went to actual jail. He paid his debt. This guy is like so self-involved and won't admit to his his crimes. Yeah, it's not the same at all. I like his narcissism is, I mean, I guess it's not surprising. He's from all accounts he is a narcissistic, possible sociopath, Jonathan Majors. But maybe he should really just stop talking in public.
There's an idea.
Yeah. Okay, let us know what you think about all of this idiotic things we talked about today.
Please.
Let us know about Deadpool Wolverine and whether you enjoyed it or not, whether you are happy that RDJ is coming back. And we'll probably be back next week. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.